Yo, what's good, guys? And no, this is not a normal thing, but rather just a reference to a former friend that I don't want to mention, but still being shown just that the comments turn off. This is a second and a last video of a testing purposes for Forza Owners Club, and it's yet to launch, but eventually it will do, probably now. So here it is, the update 16. It was now this week here is already happened. So this is all the news related stuff. So what we got is a BMW related testing related rivals though. And here comes like the BMW Tour, which is all for the sake of it is just the GT3 BMW, and that is the whole BMW month here, which is this year. So this week's multiplayer spec related or featured favorites is the Forza Proto H series. Now I would have loved to use the Porsche Proto H, but I've yet to like buy a Cadillac because I don't know, a cover car. But maybe unless I want to take a NASCAR, buy a NASCAR that is like on sale from like probably the manufacturer sales though. But the first thing I can do is just do the rival race to Le Mans on the BMW M and via the rivals though. And no, I'm not gonna winning a trip or two to Le Mans though for like something like that because I wasn't that much interested. But the first thing I can do is take a look at this update 16 spotlight cars. So right around here is January 9th to 16 in there for like 1986 BMW M635 CSI, and another one is going to be the M8 in January 16 to 23, and January 23 to 30 is a BMW M4 Coupe, and the last but not least is the January to February 6 is the BMW. Oh wait, I just see it wrong. I'm sorry. So that's the BMW V12 LMR, which this update I've still yet to see the sound effects were fixed because well, unfortunately I haven't seen the audio fixes yet because they accidentally deleted it, and this update just didn't actually fix the engine though, and yet to. And another one, but for the next update, which is I assume the modern daily cars, would be the 2008 BMW M3. Now currently looking at the main menu and looking at, oh right, I got a I guess I got a livery gift for the Cadillac, but I've yet to seen the livery, looking into the livery for the Cadillac. So looking at this already VIP feature cars that I'm gonna buy for is that what we have is the 1988 BMW M5, and currently on sale for here the combined is the M1 Pro car, which I've yet to buy it, but that's probably like after. This is a VIP car, but my almost priority since the multiplayer spec related series is gonna be the Mazda. So best I can own is probably the Mazda Formula Mazda, which I have gone over on my wish list here. That is this one over here. This one is just I don't know, for funsies. This one's here is just for that. I'm gonna take a look at the Mobile One Cadillac livery. So I'm gonna take a look at here for renting states. Actually, here's this one, the #1 Cadillac Racing V Series R. Now looking at the My Design part, as you can see here, this is the gold Turn 10 Cadillac, which I have yet to buy one because I don't have one probably yet. This here is a 50th anniversary recreation of a famous #1 yellow Cadillac here, minus the Forza Motorsport logo, because that's what it's famous for. Still haven't had this car until like probably a sale from like GT3 Cadillac on this challenge hub before I had to go into like well maybe a change of a thing. So here what we have is all these 3 cars that you can have. This one's the BMWs and drifting, which I barely get into that much. This one's the 20-day BMW number 96 Turner Motorsports M4 GT3. What we got here is the around 10 race in the multiplayer series, which is I've yet to, but I had to focus over GT series before taking a look at giving a try in like maybe a stream of a BMW challenge series. And I'm not into open series yet, but maybe later when I get like a suitable car for like the open class. And here's this one. This one is the rival car, which is I'm looking forward to get to in this video. And the rest of it is just the ones that I've already completed it, but also expired at the same time. Yeah, this one is the race series. So the one that you had to complete is the multiplayer series, which is pretty easy, and I've already gotten it, so that's already obsolete. So the Australian Tour and the career will be the one that is you're looking for to complete, and the others are yet to, maybe. And for some reason, I've actually completed this one. I don't know how, but maybe later. This one is, for the most part, is just going to be only for drifting necessary, but not for car. I don't know, because clean laps are hard to do, unless I had to do it right. Here's the still weekly challenges that you had to do. The qualifying part is, well, okay, it's fine enough to risk it. The BMW 10 laps here, which is also fine enough, and of course the easy one. These are like these 3, maybe even this one is like the easiest out of all. But although you get like the less credits here, but I'll take it as a big win. Right, then rival. Looking at here in the rivals event is we got a race featured one. So here currently we have the race of Le Mans with the BMW M, and as well as the Spotlight for the BMW M6 1998. So another one is going to be Drift Zone here. That is the newer another open class driftings, except for like the Welcome to Drift related things. Here it is. That is the Hockenheim I'm drifting here. So that's not for me, but only when it's necessary. And here's this one. This is the BMW M1 Pro car, which is I'm gonna try later. But yeah. So what we're gonna do is looking at here, leaderboards, and right now I'm gonna be like a few people that's like willing to like give it a try at the Daytona 24 hours was on here, participating in it and giving a consent and sharing everything here and now and then yada yada yada. But yeah, I get that feeling, but I'm not here to like register for whatever, because Forza is prone to like having like sponsored events like this, which is probably good enough for me to like get interested into it. Well, I'm gonna take the cutting edge footage here to like into the loading screen to prevent like storage related issues or whatever. Anyways, let's get onto it. The actual tryout at on the Le Mans 2023 BMW M Hybrid, and here we go. Now, I wanted to make a note on the BMW M Hybrid is that if you buy it already before you unlock it from the challenge, you get like 2 in a row. That means you can sell it for like, I don't know how much credit you can have, but what you might expect is this here is a little bit of tryout here. Here we go. First lap of my own rival. I have to give it a try. This is probably a P-class car. Maybe hard to control without traction control, but if you can get a hang of it, especially this way, then you can get a hang of it as well, but not all of it. Now, you may be wondering, like, I've lost I've turned off my traction control and then like lose the traction control. Well, that is because I've actually practiced a lot more often with the lack of traction controls on cars that are controllable, but some are not. Mainly it's because the wheel spin is too powerful, so you need a traction control for some degree. So what we're gonna do is complete like at least 10-15 laps to get this car, and then I would look into the interiors though, because I'm saving up my credits for Formula Mazda, and that is why I have to deal with this. Lap 16. I think that should be enough. So I think I got lap 15 to get this car. That should be enough. How much did I get? So I got 1,636,207. That's the best I have. Okay. Oh, I did it. Unlock this car. Surprisingly, I got all of it. Well, I think that should be enough for the rivals. But I'll check it out for the interiors and all stuff like that. Anyways, let's exit. Back to the garage. Well, here I am in this leaderboard here while there's yet to be more people coming in. So right now at the world rank, I'm like 678, which is pretty nice for me to stay at the very least, being on like 136,207, as opposed to another guy who's willing to come through. And I'm at like in Asia Pacific, I'm at like 52 here, which is the best lap of like 1:31.119. Hey, it's actually interesting to say the least. And I just noticed that the ownership was rental though, so you can still buy the car, but you cannot own it. No. Cool. Anyway, I think that was quick enough to do so. Look at this. Here it is, the 2023 BMW number 25 BMW Team RLL-M Hybrid V8. Hey, I said that pretty fast though. Now this may be another car that you can add to your collection as the level 50 car to like get like level 5, and out of like 8 or more than 5 cars that you get for level 50 or whatever. But let's take a look at the viewing here. Let's view this car here right around before we can look at the multiplayer events for this week until the next week comes. Now, it might be stuttery here, of course, because I was looking at this front here with this big polygons though. Now this here badge here is the IMSA, which is obviously being in group, having a Forza Motorsport is prone to IMSA because the previously is like variety, but is more attracted to the IMSA because Xbox is more popular in the United States though, to be fair, but I don't blame it for that. So looking around the sponsorships here that was lacking, we have the WeatherTech and Michelin tires, total thing, and we got the shell. Yeah, the shell is interesting. This is also a hybrid though. I'm neutral with them, but it's a hit or miss though, because electric cars aren't that reliable, but are fair enough to be a point. So let's see in the doors here, is that this inside here from the right. That is the driver's seats here that you cannot sit from the right unless you can shove your driver through here when switching them. Now looking at the other one here is the actual driver's seat. Oh my god. Here's the mirror, which it's basically my laptop can't handle this masterpiece though unless I'm playing on the console or a properly more powerful PC. This one's the Cosworth steering wheel here. Look at all these buttons that you can need for the BMW, your Le Mans hybrid. And all the designs, well, that just screams all of the BMW glory. Actually, there's still like some historical liveries that I won't ruin it unless it was necessary to ruin it because I did slap the others, but with like different liveries in case of like standing out a little bit further. But sometimes the historical liveries will be refused to touch. Now looking at designs here, the community has already made. Let's gonna recommend it. But it's BMW, and maybe they already did, but who knows? So what we got here is the James Chicane, a cane. So it's sort of interesting. We got Blackout, which is what's the point right now? It's like getting fired. This one has a reasonable sponsors, and this is the Team WRT Rossi. Wait, this is around date 15/12/2024. From the other guy. Wow, right away as it was, but I'll just leave it out like that as usual. I guess that's all for looking at the BMW. Oh wait, before I get to multiplayer, I still forgot to mention, but I seriously say, remember about like the V12 LMR is supposed to be fixed though? Well, I got you a proof that the sound effects aren't fixed. Well, take a look at this when I open it. Still nothing. Still nothing. They didn't realize it. There's still nothing. I assume that the others heard the sounds too, but there's still nothing. That's the wasted potential. It's a historical ruin. I feel bad. Unfortunately, the liveries that you've seen here, both of them, some of them are either too bland or at the very least aren't historical, but maybe yet to ruin, or maybe not enough sponsors to like slap it on. Well, here you go. Slap like some liveries that was like already popular enough to do so, because I feel like, doesn't matter. But yeah, not all of them. Not all of them, the liveries will be replaced though, unless the livery is like meant to be accurate or historical, then it should be all fine. But what was worth is all worth was worth. Oh, I just realized my level was reset to like 223 instead of like 225 though, because the service is like restarted. Well, that sucks. Anyways, looking at multiplayer here, and probably career, because I don't want to waste my time on career, but I already completed like 2 tours here. Here we have is the BMW Challenge Series, which I've yet to do so. Maybe later. Now looking at here is the BMW's racing heritage is expanded across the multiple decades in car classes, which winning numerous championships and accolades celebrate the legacy in this multi-class battles of BMWs. Now, what you can have is the production in BMWs, the GTX, and alright, I forgot to mention that you can have like there's still also like the other BMW spec series. There's like the other specs as well. You can have like, there's like different restriction here. You can have the production up to the 700 Pi, the GTX sports cars, which is the M1 Pro car was already on sale if you're a VIP member, so be prepared to grab one, as well as like taking a stroll and like here now. The GTs, and finally the prototypes, which both of them are advertised here. Now here we have is the M3 spec series, which I can't say, but I still have to admit that I have to save up my credits for. But since it is probably on sale, maybe I can buy the M3 for the spec reasons. And here we have is the Proto H, and that is that is on spec too. So, by the way, the Cadillac has been probably changed to be maybe nerfed or properly balanced depending on how you look at it, because it's still technically a cover car, judging from that. So, the Cadillac here is the other Cadillacs here will be a little bit nerfed. So currently it's like, oh right, the Oz spec was now on endurance here, but no one even bothers though because, but hey, you're free to bother with NASCAR as well. There's still currently, oh right, sorry about the ratings. Currently the open class around the A class series. All in all, the feature here is all you can try on the BMWs, as well as like the Proto H here, and you always do give Cadillacs a try though. Looking at career, I say around the featured, there's like another new open class here, and looking to like this early unlock for this BMW here as well. So the BMW Tour is, which I'm not gonna bother to do so unless I have patience to do so. So you can have like early M's, the Motorsport GT, Mon M's, and Motorsport Endurance all the way to here, but you don't have to do that. You don't have to do all of that. You have to do it right away with the multiplayer. This one is also, you have to do it right away as well. And still, Builder Cup is still a waste of my time, and I don't know why it's necessary for me, but it's only necessary for me. It was like achievement related. Maybe they were right about the spec cars though. That was like old, but still has to get some various updates to get like the spec related cars. This one's just a social media car. Yeah, that is the 1991 BMW, your M3. As next to like the M1 Pro car, which probably yet to buy as well, but I still have Mazda Formula Mazda on my wish list though, but that's like after the Pro car has been bought. So just keep in mind, because it's not that easy for me to multitask though. I'm gonna double check if it was necessary for the spec M3 spec. Yeah, that is. That is right now. So let's just buy one now, and then give it a little bit of a livery I had to search for, and then like deal with it. 1991. I still had to double check to remember, because I'm very skeptical on which one is right and which one is wrong. So unfortunately, this is all it is. 91. I still had to remember. I apologize, viewers, for like my lack of memory, because I can't tell if it's right or wrong. So yeah. And by the way, the BMW monthly cars is probably gonna be my time to shine, like making all the any BMWs that I've driven with like level 50 though, which is pretty good. I'm gonna take a look at the M3 before I had to buy it. Fairly solid exterior, simple, fairly effective. Looking at here, the steering wheel just seems fine by the time. Now this interior is pretty simple and solid. Look at how bright the seatbelts are. Well, anyways, I'm gonna buy this one in the white color though, but not the red one, because it's supposed to be like the face of like the color red. As for whatever, buying the M3, and then you can take it. Wouldn't blame it on yourself though. Now here and now, I'm gonna get the designs for the M3 for the sponsor reasons. Which to say, might be ashamed to admit that I like to have like spec related cars with that has sponsorships though. It doesn't feel right if it's like maybe like that, but it's easy for me like pick this one or the other one like that as well. You know, yeah, I'm gonna admit like 5-star can sometimes like get me a little bit of attention on like grabbing this one over the other underrated liveries though. Some has to be historically made sense, like this one here, but yeah, I'd say at some point is that you're gonna end up like taking the usual because alcohol and smoking are still rare to find. But I'm gonna take this one. Yeah, I will just shamelessly admit it. What do you expect? Not all 5-star livery users are like morons though. It's a stereotype that people always get the perception fixed on. Yeah, it's gonna take a while to like download here. Here it is. So I already applied delivery here, and I'm gonna take a look at my car part. Looking at this here, I don't want to like praise it too high without like looking to the negatives here. So while this is probably historically made sense, the issue is that because of the 5 stars, people will see it as a stereotypical idiot kid that just used this livery because it looks awesome. Same for the others that I've used, which I had to shamelessly admit it. It's cool. It's just probably historical, but I don't think like the expectations can be high or low or all that. Overall, I'd say I can take the other cars to Nürburgring though. This one here, I can take it for a Nürburgring run. This one here is also a Nürburgring run. And maybe the M1 Pro car is gonna be for a Nürburgring run. Well done. Anyways, that's it for this last prototype Forza Owners Club video, and I'll see you all when it was like launched. In about like maybe later when I had to make a video explaining about like what's the purpose of the Forza Owners Club. But yeah, I guess that's all for it. Anyways, take care. Good night.